Welcome back to Coffee Cats and Chats, Baking Edition. Yeah, it's been a while since I said that. I think the last time I uploaded, I checked the date and it was October 2018. So yeah, let's just pretend 2019 didn't happen, and the rate that 2020 is going, let's just push it to the side as well. So yeah. Welcome to my kitchen. Don't judge. It's extremely outdated. And yes, I've lived here for the past 5 years, but that doesn't mean I've been productive. I've just made food and eaten it. That's pretty much it, guys. That's all we can ask for. So, anyways, enough of that rambling. But today we are going to be doing, I didn't know what to do for my very first baking video with you guys. There was a request for muffins, and I will do muffins, I promise that. But I figured I wanted to do something that people would have ingredients on hand, so I figured straight up chocolate chip cookies would be a good thing to start with. And by the way, David Suzuki's gonna join us. Yay, it's back to me slurping hot stuff on camera. Alright, so I already have some things. Actually, I'll only have the flour measured out, so I lied. We're a minute and a half into this video and I've already lied to you. So, ding, one. And this, by the way, this is what I like to call quarantine chic, or isolation chic. I've lost the terminology. Anyways, just remember how awkward I am, guys, alright? Let's just not have high expectations, okay? But, continuing on with this, we're gonna do one of my favorite tried and true. I am not gonna do my partner Charles. His family has this chocolate chip cookie recipe that I am keeping secret because it's not mine to give out. But everyone raves about it. But unfortunately, I'm not making them tonight. These ones that I'm making are actually, you can find the recipe on the back of these. It's the semi-sweet chocolate chips and chunks. It has to be the chips and chunks kind. So it's like squares and chocolate chips. Like squares of chocolate and chocolate chips. My friend Kelty from Vet Tech School got me onto these. I never even knew they existed. And Our Compliments is the only brand that I've found that makes them. But in like muffins, like banana chocolate chip muffins, oh my god, it's so good to have like the chunks. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I love them. But yeah, so these are the only kind of chocolate chips that have this recipe on the back. Even the other Our Compliments kinds, like if you just get regular semi-sweet chocolate chips, it won't have the recipe on the back. I think it's like double chocolate brownies or something like that. I made the mistake once. Anyways, I wrote it down, the recipe, in my... These are all my tried and true recipes that I love. I have my book. Oh wait, this is my cooking duotang that I write stuff in. And this is my baking one with all of its little good globs, doodad, tabs. Tab is the word. So, I have it written down in here, and I even have a tab, chocolate chip cookies. FYI, I don't know if this will be a popular thing to say with some people, but this is, I don't know how many of you are into making edibles, but I dabble in that myself sometimes, and this is the exact same recipe that I use because I just substitute the 1 cup shortening that's in it for 1 cup special butter. And yeah, we could always do a tutorial on that some other time, maybe? Maybe? I don't know if that's even allowed. We'll see. Alright, so I wrote the recipe down. Here it is. Screenshot. Oh. Anyways, I can also write the recipe down if you guys want and leave it in the comments below. So yeah, check it out. And yeah, so we'll get started right now. We're almost 5 minutes in and we haven't even begun to make it. Oh, crap, muffins. Preheat your oven, and I meant to have that on the go, but I didn't. So excuse me as I walk out of frame. and now you're gonna have to deal with the clicky clacking and wah sound when it's done. But that's the price we pay for baking with Adele, or just baking in general. Continuing on. First step, first step was preheat the oven, so yay, we're on track. Number 2, step number 2, cream together your shortening and sugars. So you're gonna need 1 cup shortening. I'm using good old Crisco. So and I've washed my hands. I've literally, like right before this, I had a big shower and everything. Anyways, and just tied back my hair, and I'm actually much, much better looking than I was about 2 hours ago, so you're welcome, guys. So yeah, we're just gonna whip the little Crisco packet out of the box. Use its fancy-dancy little measuring system. High tech. I'm gonna grab myself a knife. And we're gonna measure 1 cup shortening. So, can you guys see? I'm probably blocking everything. I'm not good at this. Sorry guys, when I bake, it's usually 4 a.m. and I'm alone in the kitchen. Maybe a cat is around, but it's just me. So I apologize for how awkward this is. We'll get better as time goes on. Or we'll just stop and not talk about this ever again if it goes horribly. Yes, I'll stop pointing a knife at you because that's threatening. Alright, continuing on. 1 cup shortening. La la la. So we measure it. Cut it down. And you know what? I always want to say that, like, baking's a science and cooking isn't like an art. Baking, a lot of things can go wrong. I try and be accurate, but you don't have to be, like, doing decimal point accurate. You know what I mean? So, here we are. We got our big old chunk of 1 cup of shortening. Throw her in your mixer if you're lucky to have a mixer. If you don't have a mixer, I hope you have a hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, oh buddy, I've been there. And trying to cream together anything with sugar, like butter, margarine, shortening with sugar by hand, sucks balls. But workout, right? Part of the quarantine workout. Fun fact, or tip, trick. You guys are gonna have to deal with this. I'm not pausing anything, I'm not editing anything. Again, in the past almost 2 years, I did not learn anything technology-wise to deal with this, so yay! We're in this together. Continuing on. I also like to have a little cloth here to wipe my greasy little paws on, because I literally just palmed a cup of shortening, so you know. That's good to wipe your hands off and make sure it's clean. We're going to move the shortening out of the way and we're going to get our sugar. So we both require both white and brown sugar in this recipe. Oh my god, there's shortening everywhere. Ah, so greasy. Anyways, continuing on. White sugar! Da, 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 da. And fun fact, just got this container from Dollarama. You can get nice little glass containers. Make your cupboard look a little bit better. Instead of having like random bags of sugar and stuff. Helps keep your sugar fresh too. Well, brown sugar. Because you know how that's shaped, it's right tough. Not fun. Anyways. Here we are. Pouring 3/4 of a cup. Like I said, you're gonna want to be accurate, but look at that. That's heaping. Try and be as accurate as you can, but don't stress yourself out about it. We got enough going on in the world, right? This is just easy peasy, lemon squeezy, cookie in my mouth. I can't take away the past 15 seconds, but I can apologize for it. And so you're sorry. I should say those words instead of just saying I can't apologize, but I'm not going to. Just kidding, just kidding. I really hope you guys can hear me too. I don't know how loud this is, but I'm hoping the mic's picking me up pretty good. So here is, we're gonna do 3/4 cup brown sugar. There's sugar in there. Because normally most recipes will say make sure it's packed, your brown sugar, into the cup. This is, again, how accurate I am. This is my 3/4 cup packed. Throw that in the little bowly woly. Close this. Coffee break. Now I'm going to attach I'm just using my regular little paddle attachment, I guess it's called. Paddle attachment. Throw her on down there. And so the recipe directions do say that you want to cream it for about 2 minutes or until it's light and fluffy. I probably will pause this so you guys don't have to deal with that and listen to it. So I'll pause it, do that, and when you come back on camera, I'm going to show you the consistency that your mixture should look like at this point after you cream together the shortening and sugars. So we will see you very shortly. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back. I drank like a little bit of coffee in those 2 minutes that we've been on. I haven't done much. Actually, I grabbed Frankie's outfit for the end of this video. So, you know, stay tuned. And you might see a cat. You will see a cat. I mean, come on. Coffee, cat, and chat. Cats and chats? Oh my god, I've never had plural for you. It's all a lie. Oh, that was hot. That was good. Okay. So, I'm just gonna pull up my arm here. Should have probably done this before I came back on camera. I'm just literally like, see, I don't have this set up good. I don't have this set up well. I apologize. We'll get better. So, I'm just going to do that. So I can now take my bowl and show you guys the consistent. I hate the handles. I get hooked on these their stupid handles, the ends of them. Oh god. Anyways, I've ripped so many sweaters and shirts on them, it just grinds my gears. So here is your mixture now. It should be nice and light and floofy, as you can see, the texture of it. Just kind of go around the oven there, or oven, my bowl. And so yeah, there, we got some nice creamed shortening and sugar mixture. Put the bowl back on because we gotta do more steps, obviously. Oh god damn it, I just put cream mixture all over my cupboards. Good job. Good job, Adele. Okay, continuing on. So, next we have eggs. It calls for 2 eggs. And I want you to add these bad boys one at a time. So, and beating well. So we'll add one, beat it well until it's mixed in, and you don't see any more like egg streaks, or it just doesn't look like, you know, with the weird egg whitey goo. You want that all mixed in so it's starting to look back to what it looks like right now. And then we'll put in another one, do the same thing. So I'm going to pause you again so you don't have to deal with that awfulness. And yeah, we will see you in a few seconds. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, tip, cracking an egg. I used to always use the side of a bowl to do it, like the edge of a bowl or whatever, like crunk, crunk, and you always see them doing that on like TV shows and everything like that. Best way to crack an egg is use your countertop. Literally just go bump, cracks her like that. Oh fuck. Excuse my language. Yeah, so it's like that. It's not even open yet, but it's enough that you can open it and not make a mess everywhere. If you do crack it on the edge of the bowl, you're more likely that you'll break the sack yolks or like inside, and yeah, you'll get egg white everywhere. Who likes that? No one does. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that little tip out there. I learned that from just either watching cooking shows or reading cooking blogs online. So fun fact. Next, we are going to add in your vanilla. And the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So yeah, this is going to pour everywhere because it's a giant jug of vanilla. So I'm almost not wanting to do this on camera, but I mean, why not? You guys see me be a mess in all other aspects of life, so why not this? So we're gonna pour 1, 2, oh god, yeah, look at all that vanilla leaking everywhere. Should I get a smaller dispenser? Yes. Will I? No. I'll just complain. You have vanilla running down the paper towel. Wipe that off. Okay, so yeah, that's the vanilla. We're gonna mix that up real good, and then we'll get to our dry ingredients and we'll go over that. And normally this one takes so long if you're at home and while it's mixing, if you're lucky enough to have a standalone mixer like I am, then you can go about your business and get your dry ingredients ready. But just for the sake of trying to show you guys step by step, although this is horrible, sorry, it's very long and very convoluted, so I hope you're following along. And yeah, just gonna mix that up and then we'll get to ingredients. See you shortly. Hey, so as of right now, after mixing all your wet ingredients together, this is what it should look like. Still pretty light and fluffy consistency. One downside I will say about having a standalone mixer, and it's a pretty small price to pay considering how convenient they are, but one downfall is that you should, between adding each ingredient, you should be scraping the bowl sides and the bottom especially, because the paddle attachment, I don't think any of the attachments can really necessarily like reach, like scrape the bowl. They can't because they can't design it like that. So just be careful with that and always be scraping your bowl. Make sure everything's mixing well. If not, if you're doing something with like, once you add the flour and if it's a very liquidy, like a cake batter or anything like that, you're going to be very disappointed when you go to pour the bowl out because there's going to be like a bunch of flour that's unmixed and it's just a nightmare. So, continuing on, I already have the flour pre-did out. I did that while we were waiting behind the scenes. And it's 2 1/4 cups flour. Pro trick, if you're just doing your personal baking, like when I do just personal baking for myself, to avoid doing a crap ton of dishes, the sugars, it's 3/4 cups of each sugar, so keep that. Don't throw it into your sink right away if you have like, I try and do my dishes as I go along, so usually my sink's full of water, and I'll just toss them as I go into the sink, and then if I have moments, I'll get them done in between waiting for things to mix. But keep the 3/4 cup out. That way you can measure out your flour, because 3/4 cups equals 2 1/4 cup. Little pro tip. From someone who hates doing dishes, hate it. Like, I absolutely despise it. Would rather, like, do taxes than dishes. So, continuing on, we'll need a teaspoon of baking soda. I like to use Arm & Hammer. Oh yeah, flour. Normally I'm not a huge brand person. I'm very much, if you can find a substitute for something, then use it, especially if it's cheaper. Save money where you can. But with flour, I've never used a different kind than Robin Hood's all-purpose flour. My own mother has told me that she does notice a big difference between if you get like the Compliments brand flour, because flour's not cheap anymore. It's not. And I buy it in bulk, like by the 10 kilogram bags. But yeah, that's like usually $14, a regular price for a bag. So I try and get them on sale when I can. But speaking of, Walmart has them on sale this week. If you need anything else, I'm not advocating going out. You shouldn't be going out, only for essentials. Most people have flour on hand. But if you don't, I think it's like $8.97, which is like the cheapest I've seen it in a very long time. So head to Walmart and grab the rest of your essentials there. In and out, quick, sanitize, good to go. Alright, so that was, I didn't show you, but it was a heaping teaspoon of baking soda, and next we have a teaspoon of salt, right? Right? Yes. Yes. Teaspoon of salt. You really think I would have confirmed these things before coming on? That's not how we do it here at Coffee Cats and Chats. Planning ahead is for planners. I'm just not. Unless I'm planning food. Wait. This is very contradictory. I mean, like, I'm planning to go eat somewhere, so then I plan. You know what I'm saying? I apologize, guys. We'll try and wrap this up quick. We're almost at the end. So you're going to want to whisk that together. So I'm going to whisk out. Here's my whisk. Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. La 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 la. So there, it's all whisked together. We're going to add your dry ingredients to your wet. And then we're gonna mix that all together. Then we're gonna fold in our chocolate chips. So I'm just gonna pause you so you don't have to listen to the mixer go again, and then I'll unpause you and we'll fold in the chocolate chips. And we'll slap those bad boys in the oven. See you there, baby. Didn't think it was gonna turn on that quick. It's normally taking me like at least 2 or 3 clicks. So I apologize being in the middle of a gulp of coffee, but that's kind of the show, is it not? So we have the, oh, I should take that out and show you. We have the mixture, your cookie dough base, your cookie dough base all made up. This is what it should look like. As you can see, as you can see, it's a lot stiffer. And yeah, so we're just gonna fold in our chocolate chips. And I like to use the stand. Still, I like to keep it in its base. It just helps when you're mixing, especially something stiff like cookie dough, or even muffin, if you're adding in any of your muffin ingredients to muffin batter. It just makes it a whole lot easier. So we're gonna open this up, maybe. Scissors, kitchen scissors. Such an underutilized, or underappreciated, I should say, tool. See, like, I don't know if you guys can see into there, how they're like chips and chunks. Look at those little bad boys. Aren't they cute? Oh, get in my belly. Slap them on in. So I was throwing that in my garbage. And just mixy, mixy, mixy. I have my back to you. I'm sorry. This is not a good cooking show. Mixy, 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 well as you can. Oh, sweet googly moogly. Throwing batter on my counter. Alright. And this, my friends, is the semi-finished product. You can eat it. No, you shouldn't eat it. Disclaimer, you should not eat raw cookie dough. You could contract salmonella. Wah, wah, wah. But YOLO. I mean, obviously you're gonna eat a spoonful of that. Just don't get mad at me if you get the poops. Please, guys. That's all I'm asking. Alright, going to use one of my little cookie dough scoopers, which just helps make everything stay nice and uniform. Plus it helps keep me from making, this one helps me keep from making humongo cookies, which just is probably not the healthiest. So it makes them much smaller, but you can use just a regular spoon. That's what I did before I had this, and oh my god, my hair. Look at this. I look like a pioneer. Anyways, I'm gonna throw these bad boys on a cookie sheet. I'll show you them before I throw it into the oven, and then you'll see the finished product. And then maybe we'll sling some kitty cats. See you guys shortly. Hey, so here we are. And you know what? I got pissed off at my cookie scoop because the cookie dough was not coming out of the scoop very well, so I just went and got a spoon. So there you go. This is what they look like. I usually fit 8 on a square. Pro tip, if you, again, hate dishes like I do, parchment paper, bitches. Saves you a lot of headache. Alright, we will see hot, steaming, lovely cookies here very shortly. Bye-bye. Forgot to say, put them in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. That's what the recipe calls for. It all depends on how big they are. Where those guys are little, I'll probably err more on the 8-minute side. You can probably maybe hear my timer ticking in the background. Yeah, don't forget timer. Timer is key. I know we're all like, I won't forget that. You will. You totally will. So just use a timer. Just use the timer. Hey! So, these are what, oh Jesus. These are what they should turn out looking like. Just barely browned. You notice it's just starting to brown a little bit because where some people might get lost and have really tough cookies is they overcook them probably. So yeah, you just barely want them brown because when you take them out of the oven, they might look like they're uncooked, but they literally continue cooking for a few minutes because they're still cooling down, they're still hot. So yeah, you don't overcook a cookie. Almost undercooked is almost better than overcooked when it comes to cookies. Know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. So that, excuse me as I walk out of frame, was the chocolate chip cookie recipe. So I'm thinking tomorrow I might do a blueberry oatmeal muffin, maybe? If that sounds appetizing to anyone. If you have any other suggestions though, obviously I'm willing to take them. I will definitely work on different ideas for videos, like maybe the animal care, like trimming your cat's nails. Although I have a pretty easy cat, I maybe might be able to show you some towel wraps though with cats that aren't so easy. Because I know a lot of people won't be able to access their vets for just routine stuff like that for the next little while. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really hope you got some laughs or something out of it. I hope it helped you waste a little bit of your time and get your mind off things. Yeah, I'll be seeing you guys very shortly. Oh, we almost forgot the most important part. 1 second. Hello, everybody. Handsome Frank in his evening wear. Ugh. P.S. This is a detachable bow tie. He also has one in black. See, thanks for watching, everyone. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye-bye. Look into the camera. Stop being a cat. Look under the camera. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye. Hey. I also forgot to say that if you don't have shortening, but you have like butter or margarine, just substitute that. It's just a cup. Some people may say that you should, like, I've seen people say you can't exactly substitute them for each other. Maybe that applies in different recipes, but I still do like a cup of butter equals a cup shortening. I know some people say you have to add water or something like that with butter. Not with this recipe. I've used butter, margarine, shortening. They'll work. I mean, your cookies might end up looking slightly different, but they'll taste delicious still. Thanks again, guys, and I think that's it. And normally, if you use like smaller size cookies, you can get around like that recipe. You can make 24 decent size or 48 small ones. So a lot of cookies. I'm going to probably take some and like use a t-shirt launcher and drop them off with some neighbors. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, thanks again. Sorry that I keep looking at myself. I'm just ridiculous looking, so why can't? Anyways, thanks again, guys. We'll see you soon.